Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased about to bring you this Berny. It's a homage of a more well-known watch. Yeah, there's not an awful lot else to say. The model number is the AMT 258MS. I'm guessing T stands for titanium because it's all made out of titanium. Very, very light, given that fact. It's got a Miyota 8215 movement inside. When I saw this watch, it was one that I really, really like the look of. I'm still not sure as to why the second hand is always so short. I don't know. I would like it to be a few more longer on all the watches they produce, to be honest. But yeah, that's by the by. The clasp was a bit of a surprise. I let the cat out of the bag early doors. It's all pressed. I was expecting it to be milled, to be honest, given the sort of style of watch it is and stuff. Really nice looking piece. Sapphire crystal, Miyota 8215 movement. Good Lume. There's a little thing I realised about the Lume as I was recording it. So we'll see that together. But Berny are doing bits. I think they need to drop the name, go for a logo. But other than that, I think they're doing some exceptional stuff. Does this follow in that vein? So we'll find out together. So yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. Please feel free to use it. But yeah, get yourself a nice beverage, a nice brew, because it's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, this is the watch. Usual Berny packaging, outer cardboard box. You got the box inside. It comes on a cushion. I've taken out 2 links for it to fit my wrist. Hang tag, instruction manual, all that good stuff that you ordinarily get when you buy one of these watches. Let me put the box to the side. We don't really need to see that much. Very primitive sort of packaging, but it does the job for it to arrive on your doorstep. So this is the watch, guys. So it's obviously a homage watch, but the model number for this is the AMT 258MS. Couple of colours to choose from. You've got a lume dial, non-lume dial and stuff. So I'll bring those up as you can see now. But yeah, so hopefully there's going to be something in keeping with your taste. I'm sure you'll recognise the watch is homaging. So yeah, let's see what this will make of this one. So inside this watch, it's running an automatic Miyota movement. It's the 8215. I can't say the 4K series of movements are my favourite from Miyota, but I do like them when they got a hacking movement inside, which this has. It does make it a little bit easier to deal with in terms of having hacking. So 21 joules, 21,600 beats per hour. Yeah, these movements are decent. I do like Miyota movements generally. Nothing against them. The reason I've sort of moaned about them in the past was because they're non-hacking movements. But yeah, obviously this one has hacking, so that's all good. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal, is all titanium. So you'll see, looks like it's done to a good standard. You ain't gonna have very many polished surfaces with titanium normally. So the bezel, which is incorporated to the case, the crown, case back, solid end links bracelet, and the fully pressed clasp, all titanium. Yeah, making it extremely light, which you'll see in a few moments. The case thickness of this watch is 11.7 millimeters. The case diameter, I measure from the 8 to the 2. It was coming at 40.1 millimeters. When you go from the 9 to the 3, including the crown, it was coming at 43.8 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. That does taper down to 18. I'm back up to 20 mil at the clasp. And the lug to lug, tip to tip of the watch, a little bit longer, given how they've done the case shape. It was coming at 49.1 millimeters. So, okay proportions, possibly could have been a little bit thinner, maybe a little bit smaller, but generally doesn't look too bad. I think you'll agree. Like I said, the bezel sort of incorporated into the case, so it doesn't really have a bezel. The crown is situated at 3 o'clock, push-pull crown, sterile, which is a bit of a surprise. Case back, let me open this up one more time. Show it to you in this sort of light. Just showing off the model number and stuff that I've mentioned to you before. Just some information, 21 joules and stuff, 10 atmospheres, but we'll run through that in just a moment. So screw down case back, titanium. Also, like I said a moment ago, you got the bracelet, which is nice. A couple of mils of taper, push pins, just to make it nice and easy to size. The clasp, however, is a bit gnarly, to be honest. Fully pressed. No money really spent in this. I'd like to have seen a fully milled clasp. I don't know why they've put this on this. But that is what they proceeded to do. So what can you do? The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal, and actually, guys, the clarity on this crystal is pretty decent, to be honest, in terms of, look, obviously the lights are shining off it. It will because it's glass, but generally the clarity is pretty good. So yeah, sapphire crystal. The water resistance, its height has been 100 meters. You can see that on the case back. So that give you 10 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right. So with those two links removed, it was coming in at 88.4 grams. 88.4 grams. That is unbelievable. Yeah, so there we are. But let's have a look at the dial in a bit more detail. So the dial is really, really nice. You've got a sort of really nice white dial. Really, really well done. It's not an enamel dial, but it looks really, really nice. White, pure, very clean. I like it. You got a minute track going around the outer edge. So aside from the dial and the second hand, it's sort of like a black sort of theme with the white and obviously the red contrast of the second hand. So you got a minute track going around the outer edge. You got buttons everywhere, fully sized even where the date is, as they put the date just above the 6 o'clock position. Yeah, good proportions on the hands. Indices look exactly the same as the hands, really, just a little bit smaller. You got Berny printed onto the dial in just uppercase. I'd love to have seen them just go for a logo, stick to the logo, apply the logo to every one of their watches. I think that would be appreciated by many, many people. So let's hope in the future that is a thing. Your automatic titanium just above the date window at the 6 o'clock position. Yeah. What do you all think? Automatic titanium, as I say, all uppercase, again, in keeping with how they've done Berny. You got the red second hand. I always find the second hand to be a bit small. I'd like that to have probably been 3, 4, maybe 5 mil longer, to be honest. I don't know why it's a theme with this sort of second hand being short, but it is what it is. Seems to be pretty consistent with how they do it. Like I say, it's really red, whites and blacks, but it looks very, very nice, very, very clean, good proportions on the hands. And you're now wondering, sorry, what's the Lume saying? So I'm going to bring the Lume up now, and the burst was fine, but it looked then afterwards like a bit of a firework display. It was just sort of going a bit nuts. It was all popping off, and I could not really work out what was going on, to be perfectly honest. I've never seen this with a Lume dial before. I've seen a few Lume dials. Answers on a postcard, guys, if you could help me out with what was going on with this, because it was mystifying to me. I had no clue why it was doing that, what was going on. The Lume isn't bad, but it just looks a bit strange. There's a lot going on. If that's the effect they're going for, then fair play, but I've never seen it before, so I was a bit mystified. I was a bit like, I didn't really know what was going on. But that's it there. It is what it is. You take the crown out. You'd have seen a moment ago it hacks. We're going to scroll through to see where the date changes over. So I'm going to run through. So we're going to get close now. So it's starting to change. That was about bang on, wasn't it? Not bad, not bad. So yeah, I do like it when it's done properly. So there we are. Hacks, as you can see. You take the crown out to the first position. Scroll towards, you can change the date, leave it on there for now. When it's in the position where it's pushed back into the case, if you turn it away from you, you can charge it, as you can hear. And that is everything going on there, guys. Bish, bash, bosh. What do you all make of the watch? Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea what it looks like on my wrist. One moment, guys. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. What are we saying? My wrist is about a 7.25, 2 links off, using one level of the micro adjustment, so it's in the middle of the micro adjustment. What do you think? I think it looks very clean, very, very light, as we saw from the weight a moment ago. But yeah, I think it's a very purdy thing. What do you all think? Okay, so guys and girls, that will now take me swiftly on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with Pukkas. What I think is pants about the watch is not a lot, to be honest. I think it's a really cool thing. But there's a couple of things I'm going to say. And the first one being the clasp. Probably hardly surprising. That clasp doesn't befit the rest of the watch. I think the rest of the watch is quite nice. You have got what looks like hollow end links, possibly solid. I'm not sure. I haven't taken it off. But the clasp itself is just a bit gnarly, to be honest. Very, very cheap. And the Lume, like, going in, obviously a little while ago we had New Year. So the firework display on the dial was fantastic, but I've never seen it before. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to be. So they're the two things I'm going to say. I'm going to go with the Clasp and the Lume for pants. What I think is Pukka. It's quite a bit more still, because I think it's a very, very pretty thing, to be honest. I'm going to go with the Sapphire crystal. Yeah, that Sapphire crystal looks nice. The AR coating, I'll say on top of that as well, just because obviously we don't always get that. So yeah, it looks like a decent amount of AR coating on there. The dial's super clean. The white they've used is very, very nice. Like I said, not enamel, but it looks nice. The hands and indices, like I said, the hands all black, indices all black. They go together really well. Good proportions on the hands, except for the second hand, obviously, but I don't know if that's by design. The general look of the watch, I think, is a cracking looking watch. I can see why the original of this watch is so sought after. And the price, so I bring the price up in front of me. This price is going to alter and change depending on sales and stuff, and also if you have coupons and the rest. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say for Pukka. Is I'm going to go with the Sapphire crystal, AR coating, dial, hands and indices, general look, and the price of the watch. And that will take me on to, would I recommend this watch? And I mean, like, I was going to say the name and stuff, but I've said it so many times. I don't mind it being called Berny. That's the name of their brand. It's been around a while. Just go for a logo, guys. If you put a logo on your watches, I think they would sell in much more units personally. But still, I would say this is a good offering from Berny. Nice looking watch, very, very light, good materials. And I would definitely say buy one. Nice, nice watch. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, more importantly. And maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as I always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.